Thank you for watching Spirit Intuitive Tarot. My name is Lisa. Let's get right into it. What's on my mind? I surprised myself a little bit this evening in thinking that there is a silver lining to this regime that Donald has provided for us here in the States. And I mean, this has been a rough week. Every day you're never quite sure what the new shocker is going to be, what distraction is going to be thrown out there, what terrible story you hear about someone who's been detained, that due process, about some family that's been affected by being concerned about whatever federal cuts might be ahead for them. And of course, the usual lies and deception and all the performative stuff that goes on. It's a challenge. Quite the challenge. But I did manage to find a silver lining to this. And ironically, I don't know, it's kind of hard to figure out the steps on how I got there, what got me to that. I definitely feel like this is related directly to the presidential immunity that Donald has currently. And of course, as expected, they are testing their boundaries, the entire regime. It seems like everybody, it's kind of the trending thing. We've kind of drifted away from calling it an administration. It's more a regime. So this regime, they like to push that envelope, see what they can get away with. And when it doesn't work out, they just pull back and say, oh, well, we didn't mean to do this. It was something else. Or you all just misunderstand. You're just not intelligent enough to understand the goal that we are trying to achieve here, to make everybody better. Of course, meaning the oligarchs, making them better. Anyway, this is the ironic part here, dealing with Elon Musk and the Tesla stuff. And it's interesting because he's getting a lot of backlash through the Tesla company that he owns. And of course, the Teslas are, I'm hearing and reading, quite unsafe. I think there's a recall going on for them, for the trucks or something. Anyway, and they are deemed unsafe in some other countries. And that's why they don't sell them. So it kind of makes me think about crash test dummies a little bit with the testing of the Teslas. I want to say that Trump's regime is the United States version of crash test dummies. Hang in here with me on this. The connection that I've made with that is because the presidential immunity that was granted while Biden was in office and has spilled over into now that we have Donald. So he's exercising all the things that he thinks he can exercise. And I was on a live stream earlier tonight with Debbie Freebird Spirit, and it was pointed out that he had recently said in the Oval Office, I'm above the law. That kind of triggered me also to do this video because it completely aligns with my vibe. I feel, this is the thing, took me a minute. Here we go. I feel like this regime is our crash test dummy. It's our version of a crash test dummy. Because the silver lining in this is that, yes, I do believe we will get through this. Democracy will prevail. We definitely need to keep doing all the things. We're to keep up the boycotts, keep up the emails, keep up the communication with each other, checking in with each other, showing up at the town hall meetings. If you can't make it to certain things, do what you can. There's a list of things that can be done, and it's working. It's obviously working. They would never say, they meaning the regime, would never say that it's working. But, Elon's crying. Donnie is trying to comfort Elon. He's starting to show a little bit more emotion and anger and frustration. How I feel about the press secretary. So there's that. she's starting to get a little frustrated also. And then in the court system, things are working. But what I'm trying to say is, when this regime is gone and done and pushed to the side, I believe that's going to happen. I don't know when, but I do believe it's going to happen. We have been given the opportunity to not only experience what it's like to have someone who is so mentally unstable, intellectually in the toilet, and to hand them the reins of power. We are learning, we are documenting, we are witnessing all of the things that need to be revised, amendments, anything to make our country more secure, to make our leaders more accountable, even if said immunity is still in place. If that immunity remains, if it remains, there still needs to be some sort of consequence. There still needs to be a set of guidelines, a blanket immunity given to a regime where all of the cabinet members lack experience, lack knowledge, lack communication, understanding. They don't even know the job. They are terminating individuals who have not only been placed in positions for a reason, because they are knowledgeable what they do, but we got these people that have no experience at all that are in charge of letting them go, and it's crazy, and it's more than obvious that all of these cabinet heads are just figureheads. RFK Jr., what's he doing? What's he providing? I'm kind of getting away from the topic of the guys. I do that, guys. You will learn that I do this. There's so many tangents, so many layers. There's too much going on here. But in regards to him, we've got the measles that are spreading. God knows what else is going to come up. If you let any disease just ride out so that everybody can just catch it, that's not how science works. diseases, certain diseases particularly, I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I'm probably not wording this well. But my point is, there are any kind of organism in your body learns how to be stronger. If you just let things ride, all that does is create more problems, different mutations and stuff like that. And we know, you know what I'm talking about. Someone out there could probably explain it more eloquently than what I'm doing right now, because I'm not really trying to go there with the science element of it. But this administration is giving us all of the blueprints that we need to know how to be a stronger United States moving forward. That's the silver lining. So the only good thing is that following Biden's presidency, we got these clowns, a complete clusterfuck, to follow him so that we can learn the hard way. Because had we had an administration, not a regime, follow Biden with all of the knowledge and understanding and empathy and making things grow and not taking advantage of that immunity, we probably would be leaving ourselves wide open for an eventual regime, is what I'm saying. So the silver lining for sure is that we're learning the hard way. But when they're all gone, I have full faith that our system will be able to rebuild in a much better direction, where we will be stronger and we will be more capable of providing a good foundation, maybe improving upon the things that they are fucking up on a daily basis. I think that is the best silver lining that I can come up with at the moment. But I feel like it's kind of a good one. It's a big picture thing. It really is. If you're testing a car to see how well it's going to perform, you don't set that car up for easy scenarios. You set up the worst case scenario. We are definitely in the middle of the worst case scenario. So these fuckers are our crash test dummies. Keep learning, guys. Jot all this stuff down in your mind. And everybody on Capitol Hill, I know you don't watch my channel, but you need to. All you guys, make sure that you're paying attention as well and making note of what changes need to be made moving forward, so this never, ever happens again, where we give the keys to crazy. No more of that. We need to set some serious boundaries to make sure that we're all safe, and that we can all grow. And all these executive order moments and threats and breaking with the allies, siding with the enemies, all that stuff, they're just on their little playground stirring up shit. And we will get this shit back together. It's going to happen. I'm right under 15 minutes. I got to go. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and I will see you